We are entering a world where physical labor alone is no longer the main driver of wealth. Knowledge is. In the modern economy, information, skills, and the ability to apply them are becoming more valuable than raw effort. Those who learn faster, adapt quickly, and use digital tools will dominate future opportunities, while traditional labor models continue to lose dominance. In this video, we explore how the knowledge economy is reshaping success and why skills now determine financial outcomes more than ever. Knowledge economy dominance refers to a structural shift in global economics where value creation is increasingly driven by information, intellectual capability, digital systems, and specialized skills rather than physical labor or traditional industrial output. In this model, knowledge itself becomes the primary economic asset, and those who can generate, process, and apply information effectively gain disproportionate influence over wealth creation. At the foundation of this transformation is the decoupling of productivity from physical effort. In the industrial era, economic output was closely tied to manual labor, manufacturing capacity, and physical infrastructure. In the knowledge economy, output is increasingly generated through cognitive work analysis, problem solving, software development, digital design, strategic decision-making, and system architecture. This shift means that a single individual equipped with the right tools and expertise can produce value that previously required large teams and physical resources. A defining feature of the knowledge economy is the exponential scaling of information. Unlike physical goods, knowledge can be replicated, distributed, and applied at near zero marginal cost. Once a skill, system, or digital product is created, it can be deployed globally without proportional increases in production cost. This creates a fundamentally different economic structure, where intellectual property, algorithms, and digital platforms become central drivers of wealth accumulation. Technology acts as the primary accelerator of this shift. The rise of cloud computing, artificial intelligence, automation systems, and global connectivity has drastically reduced barriers to information access and skill acquisition. Tools powered by systems like the OpenAI and similar AI platforms enable individuals and organizations to automate cognitive tasks, generate insights, and build complex systems with minimal physical infrastructure. As a result, the leverage of knowledge workers has increased dramatically. Education in the knowledge economy is no longer limited to formal institutions, but has expanded into continuous, self-directed learning ecosystems. Digital platforms, online courses, and AI-assisted learning systems allow individuals to acquire specialized skills rapidly and adapt to changing market demands. The half-life of skills has shortened, meaning that continuous learning is now essential for maintaining economic relevance. Static knowledge is no longer sufficient. Dynamic adaptability has become the core competency. Another critical aspect is the rise of intellectual leverage. In traditional economies, leverage came from capital, labor, or natural resources. In the knowledge economy, leverage comes from ideas, systems, and digital distribution channels. A single well-designed software product, algorithm, or content system can scale globally without significant incremental cost. This allows knowledge-based entrepreneurs and professionals to outperform traditional business structures with relatively small teams. Labor markets are also undergoing significant restructuring. Routine physical and administrative tasks are increasingly automated, while demand rises for roles that require creativity, analytical thinking, system design, and emotional intelligence. Jobs that cannot be easily automated, such as strategic leadership, research, innovation, and high-level communication, become more valuable. This creates a polarization between low-skill automated labor and high-skill cognitive labor. Artificial intelligence plays a central role in accelerating knowledge economy dominance. AI systems can now process large data sets, generate content, write code, and assist in decision-making processes. This does not eliminate human roles, but redefines them. Humans shift from direct execution to supervision, optimization, and strategic direction of AI-driven systems. Productivity becomes a collaboration between human intent and machine execution. Global inequality is also being reshaped by knowledge concentration. Individuals and regions with access to high-quality education, digital infrastructure, and technological tools are able to participate more effectively in high-value economic activities. Meanwhile, those without access to knowledge systems risk being left behind as physical labor becomes less economically dominant. This creates a new form of stratification based on cognitive and digital capability rather than purely geographic or industrial factors. However, the knowledge economy also lowers entry barriers in certain ways. Digital tools, open-source platforms, and AI systems democratize access to high-level capabilities that were previously restricted to specialized professionals. For example, tasks like programming, design, content creation, and financial analysis can now be assisted or partially automated, enabling more individuals to participate in advanced economic activities with less formal training. Another important dimension is the rise of network-based value creation. In a knowledge-driven system, connectivity and access to information networks often matter as much as individual skill. Platforms, communities, and digital ecosystems become critical infrastructure for innovation and wealth generation. Influence flows through networks rather than isolated institutions, making collaboration and information exchange key economic drivers. Ultimately, knowledge economy dominance represents a transition from physical scarcity to cognitive abundance. Wealth is no longer primarily generated by controlling physical assets, but by controlling information flows, systems, and intellectual frameworks. The most valuable participants in this economy are those who can learn continuously, adapt quickly, and apply knowledge strategically to build scalable systems. In essence, information and skills are replacing physical labor not by eliminating it entirely, but by redefining where value is concentrated. The future economy increasingly rewards those who can think in systems, leverage technology, and transform knowledge into scalable, automated, and globally distributed value. Knowledge economy dominance reflects a major structural shift in how value is created in modern society, where information, skills, and intellectual capability increasingly outweigh physical labor as primary drivers of wealth. In this system, economic power is no longer concentrated mainly in physical production or manual work, but in the ability to generate, process, and apply knowledge effectively. As technology advances, repetitive and physically intensive tasks are increasingly automated, reducing the relative importance of traditional labor in many industries. In contrast, roles that involve critical thinking, creativity, data interpretation, digital literacy, and problem-solving are becoming more valuable. This transition places a premium on education, continuous learning, and adaptability. Ultimately, knowledge economy dominance signifies a world where intellectual capital defines opportunity. Physical labor still holds importance, but the highest levels of growth, influence, and wealth creation are increasingly concentrated in information-based skills and systems. The future belongs to people who can think, learn, and apply knowledge effectively. Information is no longer power by itself. Applied skill is, if you found this valuable, Like this video, subscribe and turn on notifications for more insights on future economies, money, and high-income skills in 2026.